Hey, Tia Silvesi here, Florida-friendly landscaping agent with University of Florida, IFAS, Orange County Extension. And today we're going to talk about how to make cuttings of vegetables. I call these perennial vegetables because here in Orlando, Florida, Zone 9B, they don't die over the winter, but they might be perennial or not, depending on your area. So today I'm going to show you how to propagate for free at home some types of spinach, and we have a sweet potato and also a cranberry hibiscus like this one. So let's start with the hibiscus. Whether you're propagating anything, you're going to look for the nodes on the plant because that's where the leaves grow, that's where the roots grow. And so I'm going to trim off the leaves, and then I'm going to make cuttings of the plant about 6 inches long. So when I put this in the pot, then the roots are going to grow out of this node right here. So here we go. Just take the cutting about 6 inches long and stick it in the pot and make sure it's nice and compact. So the next thing you can do is keep working from that same stem. Now see how the top part is droopy? So I'm going to cut that part off. So out of this, I'm going to get 2 cuttings. I'll just leave that baby leaf on the very top. And then I can even put them in the same pot. Sometimes you'll get about an 80% success rate from the cuttings. And so if you plant 2 or 3 per pot, then maybe you'll get something good. So let's do the sweet potato next. Sweet potato vine is a great root vegetable, and you can just leave the potatoes in the ground until you're ready to eat them. I had some sweet potatoes for dinner the other day. I still have more that I can dig up for dinner tonight. So same thing here, I'm picking off the leaves, and in this case I might leave 1 or 2 leaves on where I do the cutting. Right like this, about 6 inches long, and I'll stick that in a little bit bigger pot, like here. Now sweet potatoes, you can go to about 12-inch long cuttings because again the tip will grow. So we'll pinch off these leaves, and we want to reduce the leaves so the plant transpires less. I'm just going to leave that last leaf on the top, and then I'll stick it right in the pot. Here, this is a 1-gallon pot that I'm planting these sweet potatoes in, and I'm just pushing down the soil. That way there's good contact with the plant stem to the soil, and I'll keep it in a shady spot and I'll water it lightly every day. It doesn't have a root system, so the more important thing is to water the leaves, give it a little spray. One last plant I'm going to do for you. This is Okinawan spinach, and this is what I call a perennial spinach. It grows in my yard throughout the winter. We didn't get a freeze this year, so it didn't die. So this is a green variety, and this is a purple leaf variety. You can see the purple undersides of the leaves. And so just trim off the leaves and then stick it in the pot, just like the other ones. And here again, we could make 1 or maybe 2 cuttings out of this piece. It's about 6 inches tall. So just take off the leaves all the way up to the top. I'll just leave these couple baby leaves on. Maybe we'll reduce the area of this top leaf a little bit just so it transpires less. That's what my grandma taught me how to do anyway. And we'll stick it in here, push it down so it makes good contact. Now these leaves you can just cut up and put in your salad. So here I can be making my own lunch right here. So again, here's the purple kind. Now when you're making these cuttings, you want to find a nice thick stem because that means it's healthy. See how thick this stem is? About the size of my pinky. It's a good stem. So I'll just cut these into 6-inch pieces, and then the top piece I'll just leave a couple leaves on, and I can put 2 or 3 of these cuttings into a pot. Later on, if they all grow, I will have to separate them. So it's up to you, depending on how much potting mix you have, or you know what your resources are at home, if you want to put more in a pot or less in a pot. So here I have the 3 cuttings in the 1 pot, and so from that 1 stem I can now make 3 plants. I can give this away to my family, to my neighbors, to anybody who wants to grow a spinach plant. And then these leaves, you can eat these for dinner. All right, thanks for watching.